Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I was at first just going to do a video on the 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death, December 8th, 1980. And then I thought, I already did do a video a few years back, and it's still on this channel, regarding it. And so I don't think I'm going to add too much new to it. So what I thought I would do is talk about his passing at the end of this video, but before I do that, this is kind of like a vlog about different things coming up on my channel and my personal life, and then we'll get to the end of it with John Lennon. So, one thing is, recently I saw the new Frank Zappa documentary, 2020, that's on, I watched it on YouTube. I had to pay $5 to rent it and view it. First time I've ever done that. And it was really worth it. What I loved about it was the early footage of him, the family footage, and seeing his mom and dad. So overall, it was a very, very good movie, and it shows how he was a genius as far as I'm concerned, and how he was always composing. It was just music, music, music all through his life. And the only negatives I would say about it are, there are some band member interviews that are great. Ruth Underwood, is that her name? Ruth Underwood, I believe, yeah. Very good, and a few other band members, but there were other band members I was hoping that would appear, like Flo and Eddie. But I know they're probably getting up there in age, and maybe they, health reasons or whatever. And the documentary I don't think it focused enough on, it didn't focus at all on his lyrics. And he's known for writing some pretty funny, sometimes pretty raunchy, and sometimes even disgusting lyrics. Not always funny, even to me. But that was never really mentioned. His best era in the 70s, for me at least, late. Love the Mothers of Invention in the 70s. It's really kind of skipped over. And so, but overall, I enjoyed it. But there's always going to be us Zappa fans complaining, and, we want more. And also, one other thing is, they never really showed what a amazing guitar player he is. It would have been nice to have shown that YouTube clip of him doing Muffin Man live. Something like that, to just show off his amazing guitar skills, just like my amazing guitar skills. Right now, I've just started a series on Lou Reed, and so far I've done 3 videos, and one is published at the moment, his debut album. And so if you're a Lou Reed fan, I would really appreciate it if you check out that series and watch it and leave comments, because I love the feedback. It's not all about me and what I think about albums. I love the feedback. And I love the comments. You're wrong. You're wrong with your opinion on what you like. And I know that Metal Machine Music is coming up. That was a double album that Lou Reed made, which is just guitar feedback. And I've only heard maybe 4 or 5 minutes of it, but I promise I'm going to listen to the whole CD. So I'm not sure if that will be in the proper order of the albums. I might I need some time to listen to it. So it might be further on in the discography review. But I have 10 days off work coming up. My last day is this Wednesday, 10 days off. Lots of videos, and I'm going to do a live chat or two. And so yeah, so check out that series. Just go to my front page and you'll see all of my playlists. You should be able to find almost anything there. My personal life, everything is good. That's all I want to say. I know some people out there are wondering, and all I will say is please be patient like I am, and everything is good. I'm not going to say anything further than that. And before I get into John Lennon, one more thing. I have this 10th year anniversary of this video coming up. It's called The Slowest Video on YouTube. And it still gets comments today from people. And so I thought, to honor the 10th year anniversary, December 15th, I would remake it with my cat Jinx. And this one, in this one, I pick her up, and it's funny actually, if you watch it. And she stretches. And then at the end of the clip, it's like 30 minutes long because it's slow. But at the end of the video, there's this bonus clip that's like a couple minutes long that's really cool and kind of funny. So I hope you check it out when I upload it. I do like uploading silly and crazy videos occasionally. Now to be more serious. The other thing I wanted to mention about the Frank Zappa documentary is at the end, it shows him in ill health, of course, and there's footage I have not seen before. And at one point, this nurse is giving him a needle or something. I don't know. He's just sitting there on the chair, and you can tell he's in pain. And it just tore me up. It did. When Frank Zappa passed away, I never cried. As much as I love the guy and he's meant a lot to me in my life with his music, I never cried. But I did at the end of that movie, and I just said, thank you, Frank. I'm gonna cry now. Oh. It's just, music is really special to a lot of us, not just me. And, yeah. So, this is John Lennon Double Fantasy stripped down. So it was remixed, and all of the, it was kind of a bit overproduced, at least to me. And this strips it down just to the main mix, and it is amazing. And it also includes the original remastered album, so this is highly recommended. And I love the original album too, even if I feel it's a bit overproduced. But like I said, I love the stripped down version even more. And I'm one of those people that actually loves Yoko Ono's music, most of it. And I really enjoy her songs as much, and sometimes even more, than John Lennon's songs on Double Fantasy. So, this came out, I believe, in, was it November or October, November of 1980. I bought it right away. I loved it right away. It was because John Lennon had not recorded or made an album since Walls and Bridges in 1974, and back in the 80s there was no internet, so you never really heard too much, and so you kind of figure, you would hope he'd make an album, but year after year would pass and he wouldn't. And back then artists would make an album every year, or at least every 2 years. So, you start thinking that he's done, and then he comes out with Double Fantasy, and I really enjoyed it. So, on December 8th, 1980, I was living alone, like I am now, and in a small apartment with 2 cats, and it was in the evening, and I had the TV on. I didn't watch football. I know there's the famous Howard Cosell football game where he announces that John Lennon was shot. It wasn't that. I think I just had the TV on and the news came on. And so this was before midnight, maybe 11, sometime after 11. And it just said that he was shot and he was killed. And it truly, it's like, it's as much of a shock as a family member. I mean, John Lennon didn't know me from a hole in the ground, believe it or not. But I knew him for his music and some of his personality. And so it was just such a shock to me and my friends and my brothers, I guess. And so, I go to bed in a state of shock, wake up in the morning in even more of a state of shock. I remember calling my older brother, Don, on a payphone and talking to my friend Gary. And we were just shocked. And what else can you say? And just like the Frank Zappa documentary, I never cried. Not that I have anything against crying, because I'm actually a sensitive person, as you can tell. I'm crying right now. But when the new Give Me Some Truth CD came out, I bought the double CD, remixed with Sean Lennon, John's son, and it sounds incredible. I'm really glad I bought it. I wasn't thinking of buying it until I bought it. And I'm glad I bought it. It sounds amazing. And it was that, and the way they remixed it so John Lennon's vocals are more up front. And that's when, after 40 years, it really hit me, and how much he meant to me through the years. And that's the end of my video. I'm gonna cry. So I'd love your thoughts on, and most of my viewers weren't born in 1980. I'm 62 years old, but I would. I'm sure there's a few oldies like me out there. I would love your comments below on your experiences of that day, and so. And just imagine, like, I know there's the famous clip of Paul being asked about John's death, and he said, "It's a drag, isn't it?" And, he was kind of bashed at the time for saying that, but just imagine, really, they really knew the guy, right? So imagine how it's affected them through the years, and Yoko Ono too. And Yoko Ono released Season of Glass, I believe it was 1982, and I love that album. But I understand some of you are not Yoko Ono fans, and that's fine. But I love her music. And the front cover, of course, is very shocking at the time, and it's still shocking today. On a windowsill are John Lennon's glasses from the night of that murder with the blood on them. And some people are thinking that's pretty disgusting. But, through the years, it's like, this is reality. This is what really happened. And it's about violence and guns and everything, too. And I think John Lennon would have totally approved. Remember, they did Two Virgins cover together. He would have totally approved And a lot of people knock Yoko Ono and they hate her. They do. They truly hate her. But if you're a John Lennon fan, you're hating someone that he truly loved. I'm going on to a spiel now. I'll shut up now. At least I stopped crying. So thanks for letting me ramble on, and have a great day, and rest in peace, John Lennon.